Peace to the gods, peace to the earth, peace to all the righteous family on planet Earth. This your man, King Truth is Allah. Coming on this knowledge born day of September. Once again, man, that thumbnail is just some things I was working on. I got to change it up. It's trial and error with me. I just, put a thumbnail up there, you know what I'm saying? Um, so there ain't nothing going on, man. I'm just, doing my duty. And I still got to bang on some haters, man. I just, bang on them with the truth. You know what I'm saying? So let me see. Today is knowledge born. If a God, Earth say, what's today's math, God? If you knowledge 120, you're 5%. And what's today's math? Today's math is knowledge born, right? Knowledge is, knowledge is the foundation of everything in existence. Knowledge. You see what I'm saying? Is knowledge, and our knowledge of math. I believe math, or the knowledge of math, is the foundation of everything in existence, because everything can be measured. Measured through what? Numbers. Numbers are what? Symbols that don't mean nothing until they are applied. So it's our knowledge of math that is the foundation of everything in existence, right? And then so then it's born. Born is, born. Number nine, supreme mathematics is to be brought in existence physically, to to make real. See what I'm saying? I'm gonna be talking about some beef today, and beef can be born from conflict, and so beef can become real through physical violence, or you know gunplay. See what I'm saying? So what I got my Desert Eagle shirt on. See what I'm saying? No fear here, right? But yeah. So we add that up. That equals 10, right? 10 is knowledge cipher. You see, that's knowledge is one, cipher is zero. Cipher is a circle, and a circle is a completion of 360 degrees. And the nation of God's earth definition is 120 degrees of knowledge, 120 degrees of wisdom, and 120 degrees of understanding. Knowledge, wisdom, understanding. That's like the core of uh receiving anything. Knowledge, wisdom, understanding. You know. And so, man, it's peace, positive energy always creates elevation, right? So, yeah, man, knowledge born is today's date, and that equals 10. Knowledge cipher, right? So, like the title say, man, what's the quad? What's the 94 quad studio shooting fake, right? This what your man Tupac, aka Tuac Manure. Tupac Shakur, aka Tuac Manure. Why I'm still banging on him, the dude don't grow. The dude don't grow. You know, he don't grow, right? But and so doing this research of trying to see what really happened based on eyewitness accounts and people that had knowledge of, these situations have come out and tried to address and weigh in uh what happened, right? But like I say, last week I come across the road manager getting shot and the other manager getting shot. See what I'm saying? And so that led me to a moment, right? Right? And then uh so the the story reports state and claim, and Tupac also claims that he was shot 5 times in 1994 uh while getting on the elevator in Quad Studio. Reports say he was shot, and there is a medical report out there which show all the bullet wounds. They say he was shot in the head, he was shot in the hand, and he was shot in the groin, and he was shot 2 more times, I think, in his Nefertiti tattoo, I think, right? He was shot and somewhere else. They say, right, 5 times in the head. I mean, like once in the head, once in the hand, once in the groin, and 2 more times. And this is at close range. This is a lobby, and they say that it was a holdup, a robbery, right? And this is all before he was supposed to be sentenced. I think it was sentenced. I think the trial had happened, and he was awaiting sentencing. This what I. It's so many reports. Even the New York Times is shady. I think don't no one know, but I'm gonna go on a limb and say, when he went to court, he was, and so there's a picture of him leaving the hospital with his head bandaged and his hand bandaged, and he was in a wheelchair surrounded by some extra security that his mother got for him, right? Could have been some Panther Vanguard or some, I don't know. But yeah, so um and I do these videos live, and I like I had to give people not to be fake myself. So people, anybody can jump in anytime and tell me to shut up, mind my business, or I don't know what I'm talking about. So so that's why I started going live when I'm talking about some of these things. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, so he went to court, and it's been and so I heard he wasn't bandaged in court. And if you see him in videos before the Las Vegas shooting, when he left prison, he didn't have bullet wounds in the head leave a scar, even a graze, the hand, the groin, and 2 more times. He should be dead, shot 5 times. So it seems like to me, and so then they say, well, it was a robbery. He was robbed, and they just added on the shooting for publicity. They made it a publicity stunt, a way for him to spike his fame and his music sales while he was on his way to jail. You see, so no, no, and see, see, my whole thing with this dude was like, after everything, Tupac was really still a pest. and he didn't act like, he shows no maturity still today. And he didn't act like someone that was shot twice. Once on the left coast, once on the west coast. Once on the east coast and once in Las Vegas. He don't act like a person that has been shot, has that has been dumped on two times. He's really immature, for someone that has experienced that. These is, you know, if the quad studio shooting is with this, somebody tried to kill him twice. And he has not grown or matured from the experiences. And so, and in regards to the quad studio shooting, they say he was being corrected. I don't know what that was about, but he probably know. You see what I'm saying? So do your homework. The head, the hand, the groin, and two more times in the abdomen himself, and some and some so we say the bottom leg. And this dude's supposed to be dead because that's close range. And they never say the caliber of weapon. I haven't come across the caliber of weapon that he was shot with 5 times. And so don't go say don't comment and say it was a 9 millimeter dog dummy. It was a 9 millimeter. It was a 9 millimeter to the head. He's supposed to have wounds. See what I'm saying? So wake up to this dude, man. He not above deception. Uh I didn't read it, but I heard Prince Machiavelli, where he took his name from, was into dark arts, skullduggery, if you will, dark arts, deception. So, Tupac is about deception. He got a sample that I think Timberland used. It come from Usual Suspects. The greatest trick that the devil ever pulled was to was was to show people he never existed. You know, Tupac believed in that stuff. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah. So then, on my, I put on my IG Keefy D book. It's a good read. People say Keefy D a liar. I don't know. Keefy D got his truth. He was there. He not a snitch. He did what he had to do. But somebody asked me, he said, "You think Keefy D is a stand up dude?" I say, "Yeah." I say, anybody would love to have an uncle like Keefy D. Back then he was paid, and he was loyal, and he was about his family, and his real life blood nephew uh got got jumped on. And Keefy D, an OG shot caller from that set, South Compton Crips. And Baby Lane was South Compton Crips. They was all riding together. And like, we can assume Keefy D tried to talk him down, talk Baby Lane down, but they ride together, die together. See what I'm saying? Gene was talking about he was trying to point out the shooter based on what somebody, a big black arm come out the window, and Baby Lane's shoulder was messed up, so he couldn't do it. I'm like, dude, if they ride together, they die together. If Baby Lane didn't do the shooting and somebody else did, and Baby Lane, my battery low. Hold on. Okay. Yeah. I'm sorry, my battery. My battery got low. And so Baby Lane, it, if he didn't do it, this is his beef. He would have took it if they would have got arrested for this. He would have had to take the charge even if he didn't shoot. And they would all got charged, or he would have took that and couldn't tell on nobody. This how they roll, man. So Gene trying to say Baby Lane couldn't do it. It don't matter, man. They publicly on video jumped on Baby Lane, and everybody said Baby Lane did it. Even if he didn't, Baby Lane roll with that. Like, how many times, Mob James gotta tell you. A big James gotta tell you he don't like to be called a mob, all right. Gotta tell you Baby Lane was about the business. See what I'm saying? So it don't matter who did the shooting. See what I'm saying? It was they say, well, Keefy D, that's a good uncle. He an OG, he was riding with his nephew who got jumped on. And anybody would have want to have an uncle like Keefy D. Somebody that'll ride with you in situations like this. That's a good uncle. That's family. Now, some people they should have told the police. They said, okay, that would have been an option, but cooler heads didn't prevail, and hot emotions got the better of Death Row Security, Fagavelli, and the Southside Crips, Baby Lane and Uncle Keefy D. So I'm not tripping on Keefy D riding with his nephew. That's a good uncle. Right? So that's 95, 96. So we go to 97 again. I'm not living in the past. I'm just looking at the history, right? These is moments in hip hop, which changed some things, right? And so somebody asked me off camera, what did I mean when I say, uh, put big in when Pussy Combs put big in harm's way or in danger. Well, what I mean was they was Gene say, this according to Gene. Gene was with, he was security bodyguard for Pussy Combs exclusively. Pussy Combs say, go with big, then he go with big. If he say watch Junior Mafia, he gonna watch it. If he say watch Lil Kim, but he was under Pussy Combs's, that was his main employer. And that was his main uh protectee, right? So so what I mean is that according to Big Gene, they was receiving threats. They was receiving threats by unknown to us. We don't know who it was, and they have not revealed who they think it was or who they found out who it was. But according to Big Gene, they were receiving death threats, and and so he put big, knowingly big, in harm's way and danger. because his head of security, Wolf, Anthony Wolf Jones, the same dude I showed y'all last week that shot Beach in the ass, Meech, and then beat BMF, uh, BMF, bitch made fags or whatever, right? Shot him in the ass, right? And people say, "Why you this?" They got to show I ain't a hater. I had to take a lot to take the test to prove I'm not a hater. I just, that dude didn't try to do something. He tried to tag me with being meth. I said, I ain't being meth, dude. I don't want to play that with you. I didn't mind, speaking on, drug dealer sentences, things of that nature. But I ain't being meth. Don't want to be. So he not funny. Probably why I got shot. He not funny, right? So, and I told you last week, security all over, people that do them jobs is real serious men. They not playing. They got a job to do. They not playing, right? So, Pussy Combs, head of security, who Pussy Combs made head of security for his company, Anthony Wolf Jones, told him, this according to Big G. Big G was right there. He said, I ain't going. I don't know. I think Wolf was in California bodyguard Mace. I think Gene let that slip, right? But he said he not gonna be with Pussy Combs because he too hot, right? And so he would not take the job of going to the Soul Train Awards and bodyguarding Big. And then, he told him that I'll take the job, but we gonna need uh 2 buses filled with our own security men, extra security, 2 busloads. Then I go, hold on. Hold on. Oh. Amazon Prime was at the door. But yeah. So he was gonna need 2 busloads of extra security, or he wasn't fucking with Pussy Combs that day. And so they had said they was too hot, right? Jane was advised before they left for the Soul Train and the club that it was too hot. And Gene's street team, Gene got a street team. So called him from New York and say, man, and don't go, it's too hot. And he had some, and Gene had a crew out there with him, and they was like, man, don't go. And Gene said, I can't leave, these are young kids to Gene. So he said, I can't let him, leave him hanging like that. So, he went with him. Um, and so I'm gonna say Gene Gene unholstering his weapon when he did probably saved Pussy Combs' life. Gene had his gun out at the party and while he was in California. And so and so it's this rumor, it's man, it's but they say Hollywood has rituals. The Hollywood entertainment industry has rituals, and one of the rituals is and and if a person wants everlasting fame and money, they say they have to do certain things or sacrifice something or someone, right? And Pussy Combs bringing Big to California, and 15 hours later he gets shot up. People can say, that was, Big's life was, uh, his sacrifice. So Pussy Combs could have everlasting fame and money. Now he claiming to be the king of Cali, funded by Jimmy Iovine. And Jimmy Iovine is the head of Interscope. You know, he was part owner of Beats by Dre that the business world say they sold to Apple for $3 billion. And but Pussy Combs record company, Bad Boy, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 years ago was funded by Interscope. And Interscope was the home of Death Row, was the parent company of Death Row and Fagavelli. And he funded that Hit 'em Up, Against All Odds, Going at Big, and Tupac Enemies. Now he funding Pussy Combs, and Pussy Combs is saying he is the king of Cali. They even got a book together. Pussy Combs and Jimmy Iovine wrote or made a book with some girls or something. You know, I think they got. I think I was putting girls up on my Instagram back in the day, number of girls, and then Faggoty Scent saw that and started to try to make some girly magazine. And then Jimmy Iovine and Pussy Combs wrote a book, I think, like a big hardcover book with nothing but girl models in it. Like they ain't sweet or nothing, right? I think I started that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even tripping on myself. This how hot I be with no subscribers and no viewers, but I be that hot. And I ain't blowing my way. I ain't tripping. I'm saying you give them a lie detector test. That's the only way I can prove, what I'm saying is true. See what I'm saying? So yeah, so now he say the king of Cali being funded by Jimmy Iovine. You see what I'm saying? So, I think Big was his sacrifice. 15, they Gene say the same day Big got out there, he died. He got shot 4 times. I don't know. Right. But so this brings me to the statute of limitations, right, on attempted murder, you know, on attempted murder, right? Some states, like Michigan, is 10 years before you can bring charges on attempted murder. But in other states, there is no national codified legislation or law that gives a time frame on when you can file an attempted murder case on somebody. So that means, for the most part, there is no statute of limitations on attempted murder. I can't stand that. I bring these snacks in here with this fruit I get from the fruit market. And now they want got the spray. But yeah. So yeah, man. So that means like if Faggoty Sent now in one of them raps, Faggoty Sent say his shooter is dead. The dude that shot him in the face is dead. He's on him for a real reason. and he no longer breathing. No longer, I'm here for a real reason, and you not. That's his rap. You here for I'm here for a real reason, and you not, and you no longer breathing. Right? That's something like that. But you know, man, I hate for that dude to have to live low. I don't know, right? But Faggot Sent, if he wanted to, could bring if if the shooter of him was not dead, he could still charge or try to get the police to open up the case to uh bring charges for attempted murder on the dude trying to shoot him. And just say if Big ain't died, and Big faked this death or something, he could and wanted to get justice, he could bring charges on the FOI and the people that conspired with that FOI dude to to kill Big or to shoot Big. That'd be attempted murder. And he could get justice that way, right? So, maybe Faggot is saying trying to side with BMF, to do something like that. Who knows, right? But for the most part, there is no statute of limitations on attempted murder, and that's the same with murder. Like them little back in the '60s, them KKK blew up their church with them three or four little black girls in there, and I think one of the KKK remaining went to jail in the 2000s. So there is no statute of limitations on murder and attempted murder. Now the law for murder is clear. No statute. You can be brought up on charges or for murder at any time point after you kill. Now attempted murder may go by state, but you better know the law. If you have attempted to kill somebody, you better know the law, right? And so now I'm talking. Also, this gonna bring me into this topic about always want to go to the guns, right? Motherfuckers always want to go to what when they lose a verbal argument, a verbal disagreement, and they feel they've been told to go away, stay down. They always quick to go to the gun. Going to the guns is lack of knowledge. This is our, we're supposed to practice intelligence over emotion. Intelligence is over emotion. This is intelligence, this is emotion. You're supposed to have intelligence, intelligence over your your emotions, emotions, right? Because in most cases, people get caught up in jail, murder, attempted murder, emotions over intelligence, right? See, I got people coming at me now trying to discredit me, call me a liar, because I didn't air them out. See what I'm saying? And it ain't funny to me if I'm building my name, re reimaging, rebranding myself, renaming myself, truth, right? And so it's and the people I'm talking about, no, I ain't lying on. And all they got to do is show and prove that they telling the truth. All they got to do, show some proof, evidence that you truthful. And they can't do that. Their response is calling me a liar. Wow. And so they really want to get into it. I'm dealing with people ready to defend lies. And there ain't no way out of them, out of their lies the more lies gonna look dumb, and the only way out is to tell the truth. And they've been lying so much, people don't even believe when they say, "Okay, I'm like," they don't even believe that, right? So, yeah, man, people got to, when brothers quick to go to the guns, they don't have no game. They don't have no game. See what I'm saying? Even this rap. I mean, I'm, get emotional too. Like this motherfucker trying, and I'll be ready to go to the guns myself. But I'll be ready to go to the guns myself. But we have to practice intelligence over emotions. The key, once again, the goal, the aim, once again, no pun intended, is to stay out of jail. You understand? Stay out of jail. So, oh man, right? I mean, I think people looking for meaning in their life, they should get with knowledge itself. They should get with learn the proper knowledge of themselves. Get with the nature of gods of earth. Reach out to me. I can put you on the right path, the right course. But knowledge itself will bring meaning to your life. You could and then you can't kill a gnat. They so damn fair. I be swatting and smacking. They disappear, but then they pop back up being fair. So yeah, so yeah, so you can learn what your duty is. I'm we duty bound now. And it's it's my job and your job to bring people into the light. You know, yeah, it's messed up. Slavery was messed up. Slavery messed up the world. But knowledge itself can help you get through that and deal with reality, self-actualization without thinking God going, bless you, will rain money on you. That's on you to know how to get, not God. You know, you better off investing in mustard seeds, planting them, and making your own mustard, black mustard. You see what I'm talking about? See what I'm saying? Your own brand of mustard, and knowing how to distribute that nationwide, international, worldwide. See what I'm saying? You better off taking a mustard seed, planting it, growing your mustard vine, a small mustard bark tree, and making you your own mustard company. Because God ain't gonna make it rain money. Money is man-made. So if you praying for money, you praying to man. Currency is man-made. You understand? Money is man-made. What you praying for money for when it's man-made? You gotta know how to get it. Man-made money. It's men on them. It's dead presidents. So-called dead slave owners own the money. You see what I'm saying? So praying for money, the US dollar, that's the 1 to the 100. That's the penny to the quarter, penny to the gold dollar is made by man with white man on it. But you praying for it. That don't make no sense. You understand? So so then we're gonna talk about stealing, man. I used to run with some thieves, right? And And I wasn't a thief, but I'm guilty by association. You know, and I had, I ain't no angel, but I ain't a jack boy, and I'm not a home invader or a carjacker. I was always about the money, and I wouldn't rob no dope boy neither, no dope man. You know, motherfucker say test him, check him, dog. No, he'll do it. So this how I learned the streets as well. But stealing is wrong. Stealing, and the Bible say if a thief steal to eat because he is hungry, then he is forgiven. No, that's bullshit. Uh, Stealing got is laws to protect people's things, right? That they own, that they possess, and you're going against uh rule of nature, self-preservation. See, I get money legally through legitimate means, and I buy my thing. And if it wasn't no police and someone attempted to take my things that I own, then I'm well within my rights to stop that person, no matter what it take, right? And so laws have been made to protect what people legally and legitimately buy and own and inherit and given. So you could be gifted something and it's yours. What's yours is no one's to take. And that goes to the minute level. This is like yes and no. Like, can I have if you got a 6 pack of water, dudes, I'm thirsty, can I get a water? You say yes. If if you say no and they take it, that's stealing. That water don't belong to them. You see what I'm saying? So stealing is I'm not about stealing, man. You see what I'm saying? Stealing is wrong, man. Stealing laws is here to protect what people rightfully and legally own. And what someone rightfully and legally own don't belong to no one else. If someone give you permission to use something for a day and you don't return it, you done stole it. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, oh man. And then I remember last our show I was watching Blood Brothers. I finished watching that up, man. I didn't care for it too much, man. I didn't like it, man. They trying to, I guess Muhammad Ali family trying to clean that up because they say after 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 Elijah died, Muhammad Ali went to Mecca and did the full pilgrimage, and then he proselytized over into Orthodox Islam, like Malcolm. I mean, that's a little bit kind of late, but he did the same thing Malcolm did, right? So, but my thing is, you know, you know, Muhammad Ali was young. Malcolm like 15, 16 years older than Muhammad. Now, but Malcolm ain't had time to argue with him, right? But Muhammad say Malcolm betrayed a lie. It's not true. Uh, Elijah Muhammad changed. He changed, and when he changed, Malcolm changed, and Elijah Muhammad changed for the worse. He had the babies. He was had, and I don't know how. I think Elijah. I don't know, but I think Elijah had like 6 kids already. Six kids, 6 children by one wife. And then I think when Malcolm left in 1964, he had 80, or he had made 8 babies with different so-called secretaries and so-called women in the nation. He made 8 babies plus the 6 he had. So, he was at 14 kids. So, so Elijah changed. And unbeknownst to Malcolm and the whole NOI, maybe a certain few, Elijah was dealing with the KKK. He was dealing with the KKK. People say that's wrong. They wouldn't have backed Elijah dealing with the KKK. But he was dealing with the KKK, and he didn't want to fight for the brothers that got killed in Los Angeles. That when the mosque in Los Angeles got raided, and Ronald Stokes got killed, and he didn't want to even march on Los Angeles, and so Elijah Muhammad, he changed, which led to the split. Is why Malcolm is perceived to have changed. Malcolm ain't changed. Malcolm grew, and he grew up out of following that man. Following that man was wrong. Elijah Muhammad was unhonorable and not living by the law and word and teachings of the Quran. Malcolm stayed with the Quran on on the NOI level and on the Orthodox level. He was about the Quran. You see what I'm saying? So Malcolm, he didn't betray Elijah Muhammad. Elijah Muhammad betrayed Malcolm and the whole NOI. See, if that was the case today, they would be teaching polygamy today, but they don't. They can't. I've heard no minister defend um Muhammad dying with over 20 children. See what I'm saying? So, man, I rolled my ankle today, man. Oh man, it mug hurt like a mug. So yeah, no, you know, no. So Malcolm didn't change on him, man. He did that man would have led y'all down a path of destruction. You see, the NOI ain't shit really today. They ain't, they bunch of thugs. They shooting big for no reason. Kill my Uncle Mal for no reason. Probably kill Father Allah for no reason. They stupid. They stupid. So, yeah, man. But no, he didn't betray Malcolm at all. And I wasn't gonna talk about this dude. I'm about through talking about it, man. People want me to, people tell me little things about. I wasn't gonna say nothing about beats today, beats fag niggery. I wasn't gonna say nothing about. I was out of topics on dude, man. But it's, I think I touched on it, man. But it's mandatory. Now, see, I didn't do this little homework, right? It's mandatory. It's mandatory. Well, in 1987, they done away with parole. Federal parole has been uh, downsized. They did away with the federal parole and just gave supervised release, is what they call it now. And no parole is supervised release, right? And it's mandatory. All federal prisoners released is supposed to go to federal federal supervised release. You're supposed to be on federal supervised release. when you get out of federal penitentiary, right? Now they say Southwest, Al Prophet, say Southwest. When he got out, he was in Kentucky, I think. And he got out and he had to think he had to chill in Kentucky for a minute. He was in a halfway house. He was federal. This what the streets say. He was in federal. Now for the record, I ain't being meth. Never have been, never will be. I ain't a bitch made fag. I ain't a broke motherfucker. See what I'm saying? And I don't like to be tagged with being BMF. See what I'm saying? I am not that, right? BMF, Beach, Southwest T, don't owe me no explanation or excuse how they living, what they that ain't none of my business. It ain't none of nobody business. But that dude Beats been trying to deal with me. He been and I don't give him the attention he want from me, and he become very, very ugly, very nasty. He jealous. I ain't into men being jealous about other men, nothing. I ain't into that. I don't play that. It ain't funny. You know, man, the dude really, and somebody under federal supervision ain't supposed to act like him. But and so they say he's out. This the rumor, this the street rumor. He's out, living with his mama, and he went straight to mama house with no federal supervision. He don't have no federal supervision. And people wondering about that, right? Why he not under federal supervision, federal release supervision. Now y'all got to go to Forbes.com, right? Biden Biden administration signals that federal inmates on home detention will return to prison. This is a Forbes.com, you know, and it said like 5,000 inmates in federal prison have been transferred from prison to home detention as part of a state of emergency established. Uh, the purpose of the move was for more vulnerable inmates from the highly contagious prison environment to home. To be eligible, inmates had to meet certain security requirements, have good behavior in prison, and not pose a threat to society. Right? Federal inmates could be returning to prison. So Biden say he ain't playing that, but y'all got to check the article, man. So if they let Meach out and didn't go to the halfway house, federal release supervision, they might lock him back up. Now I ain't down for nobody going to jail, man. But the dude ain't ready to be in society. They let him out without a GED and while having a cell phone. Some people say, he may have got caught with some weed in a shank or something in there and was in the hole at a time, right? So, he got a bad prison record and they still let him out with no federal supervision. Now, this the rumor. I don't know it to be true, but that dude need to be careful, man. I don't want to play with. I don't think nobody want to play with you. I don't think nobody want to play with you. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, man. No halfway house. Supervised release, right? So it's all been an hour, man. Time go by fast. So that's all I wanted, man. Talk to y'all, do my duty. I hope I did my duty, man. Listen, man, leave some comments. You see what I'm saying? Don't be scared. Pick it up. Keep it 100. It's like one-on-one. Ain't nobody, in the chat. Ain't nobody on my page. You want to get knowledge yourself, where to start, ask a question about it. I'm here. I'll be around. You know what I'm saying? So that's it, man. Peace to the gods. Peace to the earth. I'm out till next time.